There's no doubt that the head coach search for the Las Vegas Raiders is going to be extensive in 2025, and I do expect there to be a lot of searching for the Raiders. They're going to do their homework. I understand all of that, but one guy that I've been really bullish on this entire season that I think has really gone under the radar, and really I don't know why, because the Buccaneers are actually they're kind of, well, you actually don't know what you're going to get with the Buccaneers. But anyway, offensive coordinator Liam Coen has been actually really respectable and has done a great job with the Buccaneers and what they've been able to do both from a run perspective as well as a pass perspective, especially on offense. And obviously the Buccaneers, they've got a defense that can take care of business, but their offense, I mean, when it gets rolling and does its thing, it is tough to defend. So first off, I think there's a couple of candidates that you're going to want to look at. Obviously, there's a whole longer list, but here's a couple that we're looking at just in terms of head coach and offensive coordinator. So I think if you do bring in Liam Coen, you're probably going to bring in Thaddeus Lewis, yes, the former NFL quarterback that is currently the Bucs quarterbacks coach. Also Ben Johnson, that might be a little bit of a pipe dream at this point, but also Cliff Kingsbury. There's a long list. We're not going to sit here and try to name everybody, maybe even Mike Vrabel and all that kind of stuff, but I think that there's quite a bit that you could do just in terms from a head coaching perspective. But first off, who is Liam Coen? Well, first off, Liam Coen is he's from Rhode Island. He played at the University of Massachusetts. I could never say that one, but anyway, he basically holds every major passing record for the University of Mass. And I mean, he was a stud in college, and then he got to the obviously the NFL didn't work out. But he spent a little bit of time coaching, over 14 years of coaching experience, including 4 mostly with the Rams, obviously. But obviously, he was also an OC for the University of Kentucky, was the Rams wide receiver coach during that Super Bowl run. Also the Rams OC in 2022. I think that was Kevin O'Connell actually that led him to the Super Bowl. But Liam Coen was there and really helped, guys like Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp and company really come out of their shells and play their best football. And we've seen that even with the Bucs this year, where yes, Mike Evans is Mike Evans, but when Chris Godwin was healthy, I mean, he was an absolute stud. And I think the big thing and the biggest reason that I think Liam Coen should be considered as a head coach for the Raiders, it's very simple. So you saw with him at the University of Kentucky what he's able to do with Will Levis. You saw with what he's done with Baker Mayfield. I think that there's a distinction between coaches that can elevate players and kind of unlock them, and then also there's coaches that just work with what they've got and kind of fit them in their system. I would argue that Liam Coen was able to get the most out of quarterbacks and really unlock some of that potential. I mean, you saw it with Will Levis, who, yes, Will Levis is Will Levis. He's going to make some questionable decisions, but overall, I think he got the most out of Will Levis at Kentucky. I think that, especially with what he's done with Baker Mayfield and company, they have done a really good job of getting the most out of Baker Mayfield, completely turning around his career, and whether it's the running game or the passing game, this offense hums for the Buccaneers. You got Bucky Irving, and that's the thing too, is with what he's done with Baker Mayfield is one thing, but the running game with the Buccaneers, that's what's been a major threat for this team. It's what's their entire offense is built on. Obviously, you've got Rashad White, who's been a stud for a long time for the Buccaneers, but also the rookie Bucky Irving coming in, running for over 1,000 yards this year. It kind of came out of nowhere, and it was because of Liam Coen, who and his staff that really put this solid offensive game plan together where, you're going to run the football, and then you're going to let Baker take care of the rest. And I think that could be a great recipe with the Raiders, where you establish the run game, which we have been preaching for the entire season and maybe most of last season as well. And you get the most out of a quarterback, whether that's Aiden O'Connell, whether that's Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Sam Darnold. I don't care who the quarterback is. Liam Coen can get the most out of them, and he can help you get your running game back on track. And then defensively, I think that Patrick Graham will lock things down there, or whoever comes in will do a good job with that. And I think he'll be the head coach of the entire team, not just a guy that you come in and just obviously try to get the most out of with your offense. I think that he would be the head coach of the entire team, and I think he would be a fantastic head coaching candidate for the Las Vegas Raiders. He's shown consistent improvement, consistent player development, and I think he'd be a solid fit for the Raiders. Like I said, we're going to do a lot of different videos about all the head coaching candidates, but overall, let us know what you guys think. Who do the Raiders need to hire? Because we think it's Buccaneers offensive coordinator Liam Coen. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.